DWWIII, Morning Wood. Look at this baby. See how that work? I got one strike too. No freaking gasoline. No, now I'm like a caveman. Hear that? It's October 31st. The year's 223. We're going into World War III. See how that works? I don't care what your beliefs are. The problem with how dumb people are, meaning they don't read. I mean, you have the internet. You could look up anything nowadays. But if you look at the previous two world wars, there was all this chaos and turmoil, and governments were about to be in trouble with their people, similar to what's going on with a country with that blue flag again with the star. Like their people a few months ago were fighting with like internal problems they were having. So it's weird. I was just talking to somebody earlier. I'm like, is this nature that cycles like this, or are these demons that just plan this out 100 years in advance? Because Albert Pike mentioned 3 World War II technically, and then the third one, the dark arts added because they changed the manual. See how that worked? Like, oh, it's debunked. Who wrote it? Dick Pike really wrote it? The dark arts wrote it. Come on, don't be dumb. Or whatever, be dumb. Like, because that's why everybody's pretending nothing's happening. Like, we have... they won't even say what the one immigrant was, but I got a video so graphic. It says New York, 1 immigrant kills 2 Haitian immigrants. So they named the Haitians as a name. What immigrant was the other guy? Because they look similar to me. Not to be weird, but they all had the same look, let's just say. Like, I got border videos. Men from Africa, all Muslims. I got guys coming from, I've seen them when they ask them, and then, what do you call it? The Middle East, where all this conflict, the holy war is going on that you don't believe is happening, but it is. Ezekiel 38 and 39. This war is not going to end the way everybody thinks it's going to end. They're surrounded. This time the whole Middle East countries are all standing together against our world record number of ships since World War II, by the way. We have the most ships in the area since World War II. We have that whole region surrounded with these striker groups. Those aren't out there to play games. That's not what you do to flex, and then 2 weeks later you send it back. So according to that biblical manual, it says when that country is attacked, all the Arab nations or whatever are going to like storm it or something to that. Go read it yourself. And it's not going to end the way everybody's thinking it's going to end. Like, and that's our guys right there, by the way. So then starts the third WW, let's call it. Which is also in the manual. Like, it's either they're making the manual come to life or it is a manual. Like, either way, if you look around, there's issues going on that besides having food, because once the war starts officially hot, there'll be no more shipping from China. That's all your medicine. All of it comes from China. All of your products come, everything in Walmart, all China. Your whole life is China. Ask our politicians, they know how that is. See how that works? They just catching these Chinese coming by boats or whatever through Florida now. That's a long boat ride. Like thousands and thousands of miles. How'd they get there? They're all war-age men, by the way. This is no lie. Like, go look it up. I've showed on my channel here. Like, these are young men that aren't in need of safe spaces like most of the men I know today, unfortunately. Their women are stronger than them. That's so pathetic. I don't know how this world is flipped the way it's done in the last 20 years. Oh, I know. The food you're eating, the frog juice which was a debunked, but it's not. The chemicals in there are real. Then you got the soy garbage. Remember we made fun of you soy boys? That was the millennial age group. That was when the soy was just coming up. Now it's the frog juice. So they can convert frogs to another belief. Let's call it. And it's happening chemically. So this ain't, besides we're Babylon, and it's also in the manual how it's gonna collapse and burn again. The Babylon's not a specific town, by the way. Like, and if you look at the metaphor of it, it's the great one that falls. And look around, like we've been bossing people around for 250 years. There's a lot of karma that may spin back this way. See how that work? Speaking of fire, so I just made a post. I think it's on my YouTube. So check out my YouTube channel if you're new to this. I don't even know where I'm putting this stuff anymore. Like, but I just did a post about like Deagle 2025. Get to 2025 alive, a new movie I'm working on because the Hollywood strike. 2025 and 2012, I think it was, or 13. They projected Deagle was the doctor of dark arts' actuary services. I believe for 5 presidents. So don't debunk that, because it. So somehow he just all the Five Eyes nations lose out 2/3 of their people or more. Some are at 80+%. I don't know what could do that. What would take out 2/3 of the people? Like, see that fire right there? Yeah, and it's in the manual. Like, this is what's crazy. See, my point about this was in my movie is this is a good time to maybe touch base with your soul garbage, because what if this is a real movie? Because everybody's pretending with their fart gases, they're sniffing and huffing. I know people who huff fart gas. They're so gone, they don't even know what world we live in anymore. They won't buy filters for their water. They won't do nothing. Because if you don't do nothing, then this won't happen. See how that work? That's because they don't know history. They don't know how these lords don't like you already. You are the carbon, etc. Besides, these are satanic rituals to get their energy and powers. That stuff's real, by the way. You don't have to believe in all the ether and all these other realms, but they're real because they've been practicing for 20,000 years. Those pyramids magically arrived before the Egyptians were there, by the way. There's not one record of them talking about the pyramids. So those pyramids were there a lot longer than you'd think. So that's the food for thought. We're getting invaded at home. There's a war brewing. And then you get the draft garbage. Like, I know a couple young people that are in that 26 and under. And I only have one that's going, I'll accept it. I'll go. The rest that come up with reasons they don't. Like, I take medicine. What if I like horses as a sexual preference? And, like, this is a ritual sacrifice. They don't give a shit who you bang. See how that works? Hell, the guys that are gonna be taking your wives over when because you didn't exercise or think this is real, when they take you out, those guys also like sheep and stuff. So your wife will be a nice treat. I don't even know anybody. I know. Well, I actually do know people. Like, people close to me are exercising literally. Like, but the rest of the people just outside of my close, they don't. They're watching football games and gambling and doing all this dumb shit, pretending the world is 1999. So this is nature cleaning house, or is it them cleaning house? Like, who wrote this manual? Like, is there some guy like the Wizard of Oz down in Antarctica, some alien like way down there, like that just has a computer AI? AI's probably been here for 20,000 years, and this is just a board game for them, like to see which group of idiots can make it to the end. End of the game, I mean, like, because the next section of this game is going to be hell on earth. I don't understand how nobody wants to know. Like, if I'm going to a dentist appointment or a doctor or whatever, and I got a problem, I want to know like what to expect. Then I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all. Like, my soul's really good. See how that works? Because if I had my pluses and minuses, I know I got a shot. If there is an afterlife, whatever you believe, I don't care what you believe. But energy's real. It doesn't die. Your soul is real, in my opinion. And and you better start not only getting your house in order like the military's doing, get your soul's house in order. I know people that don't believe in nothing but themselves, that they think they're God and all this garbage. Like, you're gonna be in for a sad awakening. Because that's not why that's ego, garbage. You're supposed to be here to help people. You're supposed to be here to teach people. Like, not be a greedy prick. And people I know that have the means to buy food and other ways to protect yourself, they're just pretending nothing's wrong. While crime is skyrocketing, you can't even go in the city here anymore without getting carjacked. Now now we got vigilantes coming out. 2 days in a row, the guy chases down the robbers. These are running 4 or 5 man crews, by the way. These are professional thieves. And they're very dangerous. They're carrying fully automatic weapons, piercing all this garbage. Like, so this guy chases him down, and when he catches the robbery crew, they kill him. See how that works? But then yesterday, the next day, so this is 2 days ago. The next day, this is a true story. Just in today's paper, dude chases him, or he's getting robbed. Did he chase him down, or he was getting robbed at the time? He takes a knife and stabs the robber to death, steals the gun of another one, and then the guy that the bad guy with the gun that was stolen, they were crying, "Give me my doohickey bag!" Like, and all I could say to that is when the police's hands are tied, like they are, like, and then you got these cities that are in on it. They're not coming. Look, no one's coming to save you. They're coming to do the paperwork. I see there's calls. They're saying hold 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. These are burglary in progress. Nobody's coming. And if they are in your town, that's good for you because they're not busy yet. But wait till all these invaders get here. Oh, speaking of invaders, in World War III, and you don't understand how World War II worked, these college kids, still getting federal money, by the way, are protesting for the word H, I'll say it, Hamas. And like, that's an issue because the attack was still the attack, whether the other group allowed it or not allowed it, whatever, just the theme of it. I keep posting this girl. She was 23 years old. I don't remember her name off the top of my head. Beautiful woman out there, just a kid dancing at that party. And she's from Germany. She's a German and I think Israel's code thing, like however that works. So then when they cut her head off, or they found her skull the other day, the IDF, but the rumor was that was all made up because they were parading her dead body around in pickup truck, which I posted on my site. And then they go, "Oh no, the family said she's alive." Well, now they just confirmed she really is gone. Like, and then you got our college kids are cheering for that. And all the protests that you're probably not seeing unless you watch my channel or a few others. Chicago, DC, everywhere. They're all protesting. Paris, Paris. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Besides all the George Soros funded T word that's gonna happen, the Paris and the suburbs. Now I got it's on my feed. They're putting Jewish stars on homes of the Jewish people. And if you look at World War II, that same thing happened. Like, it's amazing how history is literally repeating itself. And I got people that won't get a water filter or take this seriously. This is DJ Wags, Morning Wood. Went a little long. I didn't mean to go into politics, but your world's on fire just like my logs are right now. See how that worked? Godspeed. Souls up, brother. See how that worked?